This lens I've used on practically every single portrait shoot that I've done this year. It's sharp, versatile, it's the perfect focal length for my portrait style, and I think I could see myself using this lens or lenses like this for the rest of my photography career. And that is the Canon 24-70 EF f2.8. Hello everyone, my name is Joe, welcome to the Genius of Joe. Today guys, we'll be discussing my favourite and most used lens of 2024, and that is the Canon EF 24-70 f2.8 Mark II, the lot. Well, this video isn't going to be a specific review on this lens in particular, just the focal length of 24-70 in general. I have no issues with this lens, you know what I mean? It's sharp, like I said, it's sharp, versatile. I have no issues with it, it's quite good, and also it's a quite old lens too, so there's definitely plenty of reviews on this lens on other people's channels, so I won't bother going into those intricate details of the lens, you know what I mean? And by the way guys, sorry if the audio sounds a bit different. I got the noise cancelling thing mode on my mic because it's really fucking windy out right now. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind because I've got the thing on, but it's fucking windy as shit and it's gonna ruin the audio if I have it on normal mode, so yeah. Anyway guys, if you don't know me already, my name is Joe. I'm a professional portrait photographer based in Birmingham, UK, and I strive to help other portrait photographers like yourself not only improve, but make distinctive and creatively fulfilling work. If that seems interesting to you guys, please subscribe to the channel, and once I've gained your trust and you want to learn more about portrait photography beyond these YouTube videos, top links in the description is my one-to-one portrait photography coaching program, where I'll personally go on calls with you. I'll go through your portrait work and your portfolio, and I'll answer any concerns that you have with your portrait photography. You probably hear that wind, right? It's fucking awful. I've helped countless portrait photographers on this program, so again, if you're interested in that, you want to be one of those people, top links in the description so you can check it out and learn more. Okay, the 24-70. As you may know, in my portraits, I love that more compressed and flattering look on my model, so I quite like those tighter focal lengths. So when I'm using this lens, I'm practically only shooting at around like 60 or 70 millimeters, especially for full shots and in a studio as well. I don't know, there's something about the look of full shots at those like at 70 millimeters. It almost looks like they're being watched. It has this really nice flat and compressed look. It's very flattering, it makes the model look attractive, and it just makes it look more surreal and professional, I guess. I would sometimes switch to my 85mm, which I've also made a review on, the 85mm. I'll put that up here, you can check it out after this video. But I noticed for that lens, it's way too tight if I want to do full shots for studio stuff. If for outdoor stuff, it's a bit different, but for studio stuff, it's not enough space. So the 24-70 is where it comes in clutch. So yeah, I'm using this lens on basically every single portrait shoot. And by the way, I don't always shoot at like 60 and 70 millimeter focal length. I do take advantage of the wider focal lengths because obviously there's all this range you got here, 24-70, it's a wide range. So I do use the wider focal lengths when I need to, usually for like group shots or for maybe any weird angle shots that I want to get. But you know, if I want to experiment with something, I might try the wider focal lengths, but for the most part, I'm not really using them. But I still prioritize for that more compressed and flat look in my photos, even if it's for group shots. Like if I have to take a million steps back and I have to go to the other side of the room to get them all in the full shot at 70 or 60 mil, I will do that because in my opinion, that looks way better than shooting at 50 mil or 35 mil and having like a normal distance from you and the models. The one issue that I've had for years is prime lens users using this argument against zoom lens users when they go like, why don't you just take a step closer? Why do you need to zoom in? You can just go closer, or why do you need to zoom out? Just take a step back. It's not the same fucking thing, guys. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example just in case you're a bit confused. Let's say you have a 35mm prime and you're shooting a model in a location, whatever, and you wanna get a nice close-up shot of the model. Let's say neck up, for example. But because 35mm is quite a wide focal length, you're gonna have to get quite close to them if you want them to fill up the entire frame with just the face and whatever, and the neck or whatever, right? And now, let's say you do the same thing, you wanna shoot the exact same like angle, same subjects, but this time with a 24-70. And this, instead of physically getting closer, you zoom in instead of getting closer. So now you have two close-ups, a close-up at 70 millimeters and a close-up at 35 millimeters. Same composition and everything. They're gonna look completely fucking different. So the 35mm close-up has distorted the face a little bit. Therefore, it has this more surreal and chaotic look to it. And the 70mm close-up has more natural, more compressed, more flattering look on the model. Which do you prefer? And the reason why I say which do you prefer is because it's just a preference at the end of the day, guys. It's not like oh, you have to do this look. This is objectively better than this look compared to this look. No, which you prefer, which look suits your style the most, which is the look that you feel like you would go for as a portrait photographer, and then go from there. So you're a portrait photographer and want to start working and collaborating with actual models, and sick and tired of shooting your friends and your family that don't even know how to pose in front of a camera. Well guys, luckily for you, I just released my free masterclass/video course where I go over my 3 personal methods that I like to use to find models to shoot with. So guys, if you want this guide, all you need to do is click my link below, which is my website, check it out and learn more. Would I recommend this lens to yourself as a portrait photographer? 100%. I think this lens, 24-70, is like the perfect lens for basically any portrait photographer, especially if it isn't your main lens. You should have this because it really does help you find out which focal range that you like the most, because that 24-70 kind of covers most of the portrait range, like portrait lens focal length range. Obviously it doesn't go wide, it doesn't go tight to like 85mm, but it covers that range, and you can kind of use that lens as a starting point, being like, okay, which is the focal length that I shoot at the most, and experiment with like, okay, I'm gonna shoot some 24mm frames, and I'm gonna shoot some 70mm. Which look do I prefer? And then obviously again, go from there. And then if you want to buy primes and you want to get the faster, more shallow depth of field, more light, for like f2s, f1.8s. Let's say for example, for the 24-70, you like to shoot at, you notice that you always shoot at 50mm, for example. You never shoot anything more than 50mm. Then you may want to get a 50mm lens. You may want to get a 50mm prime, and you may want to get a 35mm prime alongside it. It's up to you. And obviously the big difference between primes and zooms is that primes are slightly sharper, and also they obviously have more bokeh and more low light performance because obviously of the wider aperture, like f1.2, f1.4, f1.8, f2. Most zoom lenses can't go that wide or that fast of an aperture unless you spend like fucking $3 on one. But for the most part, if you have like a normal price, like budget, you can't get an f2 zoom lens. So if you want that f2, you want that crazy creamy bokeh, a prime lens may be for you. Personally for me, I don't even bother shooting prime lenses because I don't shoot at those f1.8s and those f1.4s. When I'm in the studio, I'm always shooting at like f8, f11 because I want to get everything in focus. So f2.8 lens is perfect for me, it's fine. And if I do want to get that bokeh and all that separation and all that type of stuff, f2.8 is still really good for that. I don't think, oh, you need an f2 or f1.4 lens to get nice separation and nice creamy bokeh in the photos, because you can easily get that similar look with f2.8, even f4. But if you do decide to get a 24-70 after this video or whenever you buy one, make sure you don't cheap out on one. Guys, you need a good quality 24-70 zoom lens. You don't want fringing issues. You want sharp images. You want good autofocusing, right? So don't cheap out. They're obviously 24-70 is not a cheap focal length. You're going to be spending about at least £700 or dollars on one. For me, this 24-70, the 24-70 that I got, the Canon one, that cost me about £750, so British pounds, but used. But they usually cost around 1,000 brand new, or even used at 1,000 used. So I got a pretty good deal on that. Even if you get third-party ones, Sigma or something like that, they still cost like $800, $900. So you're gonna have to spend a decent amount of money when you want to get a 24-70, because again, it's such a versatile lens with that f2.8. You can't expect to cheap out on that. Don't buy a £300 24-70 for some random fucking whatever and expect it to be good. I think you could get away with cheaping out with prime lenses, because prime lenses are quite uncomplicated machines. Like, there's not much glass in it. It's very easily made in a way compared to zoom lenses. So you could probably buy cheaper ones and it won't be as bad and as noticeable. But even then, don't cheap out on your gear, guys. If you want really good quality images, unless you know how to navigate that cheaper gear, you should buy more expensive gear. I have another video, I might make another video. I'm gonna remaster an old video that I made about does gear matter, because I need to talk about this topic, because I made that video a few months ago and I've gained way more subscribers and viewers since then. So I wanna make it again just to remind you guys that gear does matter, but it doesn't matter at the same time. But watch out for that video, subscribe for that. At the end of the day, guys, think about your style that you're going for in your photos. Think about the story that you're trying to tell in your photos. Also, like I say in all my videos, and think about what focal length would best suit the story that I'm trying to tell. Obviously in this video, I'm just gonna give you suggestions of what lenses that you should get, and hopefully it'll help guide you into finding the perfect focal length for your portrait photography style. But at the end of the day, it's your decision, do what you want. I actually have another YouTube video where I help guide you into finding the perfect focal length for your portrait photography. So if you want to check that out, obviously I'll put that video up here. You can check it out after this video. Anyway guys, that is it for the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys found this useful, and I hope I gave you a new insight into what focal length you should choose for your portrait work. And guys, if you want more personal advice about your portrait photography and you want to have me on calls with you telling you what focal length you should use, and beyond that of course, top links in the description is my one-to-one portrait photography coaching program, where again, like I said in the intro guys, I'll go on calls with you, I'll critique your portrait work, I'll go over your portfolio and tell you how you can personally improve as a portrait photographer and make fulfilling creative work, rather than just taking photos of bland shit for some money, but you're actually taking photos that you love and you're proud of. So if that's interesting to you guys, top links in the description where you can check it out and learn more. And also guys, don't forget to check out my free masterclass on how to find models to shoot with. I'll guide you into learning how to network with models and find models to collaborate with, get paid work, and all that type of stuff. You need to build your portfolio if you want to actually grow and make money as a portrait photographer. So this guide is definitely for you if you want to check it out. That's linked in the description below. You can check it out, obviously, and learn more. Anyway guys, that is it. Click on any of these videos here to learn more about portrait photography, and then see you next time guys. Goodbye.